Louisiana Beer Reviews, Soul Beer canned version. Just recently, in the last few weeks, Heineken came out with this can as a Dos Equis Lager Especial, introduced in 1984. There's the Tecate, introduced in what, 1920s? Can't remember. Never had Tecate from a can either. And the Soul Beer, introduced in 1899. Cerveza Importada, Exposición Universal International, Paris. So Paris had an international exposition. They won some gold medals. This was originated in 1899 in Mexico City. It's brewed in Mexico by Cerveceria Cuauhtémoc Montezuma, in other words, Heineken International. And since it's the summer and a lot of people take cans to the beach, I guess that's why they came out with this. So I've had the bottle version, I enjoyed it. I've never had the can version. Let's check it out. I wish they had 4 of each times 3, 12. That's 12. I wish they'd have had 3 times 4 and included the Dos Equis Ambar, but they did not. So I'm going to have to go buy a separate 12-pack of Dos Equis Ambar cans to check that out. Okay, I really think it's a sharp-looking can. And then you don't have to worry about skunking with the clear bottle, like you get with the regular. So 4.5% alcohol. The ratings on this are poor on Beer Advocate. The bros say it's poor. And then on Rate Beer, even more outlandish, 1 out of 100. 1 out of 100. So in other words, this is one of the worst beers on planet Earth, according to Rate Beer. It's very popular. Millions of people drink it. They obviously have no intelligence and don't know what they're drinking. All right, thick, and they've been making this since 1899. It's so horrible. You can imagine 114 years of garbage. Medium white head, a clear, bubbly etch glass though, but bubbly straw appearance. Okay, it's so hot out here. It's gonna be about 95 today. It's already just blistering hot and super humid, so you're not gonna keep the condensation off. I had that can in the freezer. I could have gotten it full of ice and it would have melted immediately. All right, my first try of the can version. Well, it smells like a musty grain husk, really, grain husk. In fact, it smells different than the bottled version. I don't know if the light coming in to some extent changes it. I haven't really run across too many skunked versions, but they're different. They're more of a barley malt, and this is more of a grain husk. So not the greatest aroma. Let's go with the flavor. Lacing, good lacing. You're getting grain husk, a slight sweetness, maybe some breadiness. The hop bitterness is essentially not there, non-existent. There might be a slight bitterness to balance it out, but it's got to be one of the lowest IBU beers I've ever had. Sorry, got ants biting my feet. The mouthfeel is light and watery, and the finish is dry, crisp, refreshing. Well, I enjoyed the bottled version more, even though I remarked that the bottle version was low profile in the flavor. I've had the bottle version a few times, and I've done 2 reviews, the bottle version and then a revisit. And both times I believe, yeah, it was out of the 32-ounce quart bottle. There is a little you know, it's warming up, so there's a little beer bite to it, a little bit of you know, your mass-produced lager bite, which is I enjoy that. I'll admit that it's a little dull. It's not a whole lot there in the flavor, but to say it's a 1 out of 100 is preposterous. I mean, it's not one of the worst beers ever made. Oh, and the 12 pack was $12.99, $12.99 plus tax. How would I rate this? Well, a little bit of the breadiness is coming out as it warms. I mean, I just had it dead in the freezer. I'll give it a C plus. It's high average. It's nothing great, but it's certainly far above a 1. That's my only beef with that rating up. Is it worth buying? If you're going to the beach and you're just gonna chug stuff, I suppose so. It's certainly one of the most drinkable and chuggable and quaffable beers in the world. I mean, it's certainly there. I really, to be fair, I need to do a side-by-side test of the bottled and the can. I mean, I think it's really different. This really does taste different than the bottled version. People say, no, can is the same. Yeah, well, if that's the case, how come when I try canned versions, they a lot of times taste different? Why would that be the case? And then other people are telling me, yeah, I noticed the same thing. So, I mean, we have a mind, we can taste. Okay, I'm even picking up a little bit of metal, a little metallic. And I know the self-appointed beer experts, especially those who are inclined to obsess with craft beer, will vociferously and usually in a mean-spirited way say that no, it does not have metal. We have determined this. You might have determined that, and you can say whatever you care to say, but I know what I'm tasting. I've never picked up one shred of metal in the bottle version, and I'm picking it up here. So my advice to you, and this sounds bizarre because usually you don't want to get the clear bottle when you can get the can, but my advice is to get the bottled version. Hey, that's the way I feel about it. So laissez-les bon temps rouler. This is a okay beer, and I'm gonna end this. It's so hot. If you like heat, you would love Louisiana. If you don't like warm weather, and especially heat, you will hate this place. It's just, but it only goes on for 7 months out of the year. And I'm gonna end this review by saying, y'all come on down to sweltering southeastern Louisiana. It's gonna get worse in July and August.